The housing market might have a brand new problem. Not inventory, not prices, oil. Okay, and if this situation with Iran keeps getting worse, it could quietly affect mortgage rates, inflation, affordability, and the entire psychology of buyers and sellers over the next few months. Okay, because here's the thing that most people don't understand: mortgage rates are not just about Jerome Powell anymore. They're about fear. They're about inflation. They're about what investors think will happen next. Okay, and right now markets are watching oil prices very closely because as geopolitical tensions rise, especially involving Iran and the Middle East, energy prices can spike. And when energy prices spike, inflation can come back. Okay, and that matters because the Fed, the Federal Reserve, has spent years, the last few years at least, trying to kill or diminish inflation. And so if inflation starts heating back up because oil jumps, then the Fed may have to keep rates as they are, or maybe even make them higher, which would be wild. But that is where the housing market gets stuck. Even it's a little stuck right now, but even worse. Okay, so buyers aren't just buying homes anymore; they're buying monthly payments. It's kind of been like that, but it's even more prominent now. And a small move in rates changes everything. A $450,000 home that you want to buy at 5.5, it's totally different than a 7% rate. It's hundreds of dollars more, same house, just different payment, different psychology. So this is why the housing market feels just a little weird right now. Some homes are sitting for weeks, months. Other homes are getting multiple offers instantly. That's not a normal market. That's a price-sensitive market. And honestly, as a real estate agent, I'm seeing that more and more over and over again. So again, Raleigh, North Carolina, if you have a friend or family moving here or yourself, you're going to be looking to buy or sell, give me the opportunity. Let's have a chat. Add me on Instagram, and hopefully you pick me as the agent. I'll treat you like family. So I sell a lot, and I'm not just an agent. I invest as well. So you get the best of both worlds. The average buyer right now is just nervous, okay? Not because the world is ending. They just don't want to make a horrible timing decision, I guess. They're basically asking, what if rates fall when I buy? What if prices crash? What if the economy slows? What if the war gets worse? And, those fears are understandable, but here's the thing. There is no perfect moment to buy. It doesn't exist, okay? The problem is, if rates fall all of a sudden, then competition comes back fast. Okay, buyers rush in, inventory times, negotiation powers disappears, and ironically, the people waiting for cheaper payments may end up doing a bidding war with that 5 other people again. Okay, so the best buyer environment often feels the scariest, and the easiest environments usually become expensive pretty quickly. So personally, I don't think we're heading back into this like massive 2008 style. It's just not the same setup. Most homeowners have locked in low rates. A lot of them have equity. People aren't getting like ninja or zero income verification thing. Like, we don't have that anymore. So, but that also doesn't mean like housing is healthy either. So it's just more of like a grinding market. Affordability stays tight. Buyers stay cautious, sellers slowly adjust, and rates remain volatile. So, and honestly, that may actually create opportunity for house hackers like me, like investors like me. I really didn't want to buy anymore. But now I'm thinking about maybe selling one unit that has just one unit and 1031ing it to something that has 2 or 3 units. I've been thinking about that. I've been looking. I've actually offered a few times. They didn't take the offer, but if they would have, that would have been a cash cow. So biggest thing right now is uncertainty. There is so much opportunity right now. People are just uncertain. When people feel uncertain, they freeze. Whenever you freeze, it feels kind of safe. I'm not doing anything, but if you don't do anything for years, it becomes very expensive. Okay. Look at renters like 20 years ago paying $500 for rent. Now they're paying over $3,000. So that's heavy. Okay. Now, obviously, every market's different. I'm in, like I said, Raleigh, North Carolina. It's probably very different from Florida, Texas, California. Real estate is hyper local, so I will connect you to an amazing agent in your area, in whatever state. Just add me on Instagram and let me know what area you're looking to buy, and I'll connect you to the best guy. I vet them so then you don't have to. Now, the next few months are probably going to be heavily driven by inflation data, oil prices, bond market reactions, and whether mortgage rates stay elevated or not. And speaking of bonds, this is what I wanted to say. One thing most people never hear about is the 10-year Treasury yield. That's one of the biggest indicators mortgage rates tend to follow. So when investors get nervous about inflation, debt, oil, war, the economy, bond yields move, mortgage rates move, and housing reacts. That's why you can't just watch your own Powell speeches anymore. You have to watch the biggest picture, which is like uncertainty. Okay. So no, I don't think this is the end of the housing market, but I do think we're entering like a very different phase. It's not the same free money era we're used to. So if you're buying right now, the question probably shouldn't be, can I perfectly time rates? It should. The better question is, can this property still make sense 5 to 10 years from now? And if the answer is yes, it doesn't matter what the headlines are, especially if you're house hacking. So hit me up, add me on Instagram. The more value I bring, I have Airbnbs, midterm rentals, long-term rentals. I am a realtor. You give me a referral, you become a friend on Instagram, I'm happy to assist. I'm not going to charge you for advice. I'm happy to help. The more value I bring, the more people I can help, the more money I make, the more time I have with my family. So yes, I want to help. Okay, so I'm here twice a week. I'll see you Thursday. Peace.